had a good time so far? Did you have enough to drink? Okay. Well, we're gathered here together. Wait a minute, I gotta look at my notes. Anyway, you're so wonderful to come, particularly when it's raining and it's been just a miserable day all day. It's really nice, and we're going to honor Derrick Hall today, who I think Derrick's here. Has anybody seen him? He's the one that when he stands next to J.J. Putz, you can tell the difference. And it was wonderful to have him. Do any of you know the ball players that were here? Wasn't that nice of the Diamondbacks? And they also brought Tony La Russa. This has been a great evening in America. Well, first, for a serious note, not too serious because he's just the greatest guy in the world and has a terrific sense of humor. Let's recommend him. He's a very good guy. You ought to get to know him. Any of you, he has applications with him to join Temple Solel. And he is Derrick and Amy. Isn't it wonderful to have Derrick and Amy here? They were just driving by and somebody said, do you want to park the car and come in? Anyway, Rabbi John Lindner from Temple Solel is here. Give him a hand.
Jerry Lukowitz, you are one piece of work. Under Larry Ball's leadership and his great staff and board, the Arizona Jewish Historical Society helps keep us connected to our past, always mindful upon whose shoulders we stand today. The best way, of course, to honor the contributions the Jewish pioneers have made in building our great state of Arizona is by continuing to be of service as the Arizona Jewish Historical Society serves the Jewish community and the greater community through ongoing research, archives, exhibits, and the wonderful Cutler-Plotkin Jewish Heritage Center. By choosing to honor Derrick Hall tonight, you've chosen someone who mirrors the Arizona Jewish Historical Society. Derrick feels a deep connection to the ancestors of the Jewish people going back to Abraham and Sarah, and Jews over the generations who continue to have a positive impact in our world. Derrick knows and cherishes his Jewish roots. Derrick is a man of deep faith. And Derrick, like our ancestors, at the core, you live a life to be of service. As president and CEO of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Derrick has helped make the D-backs an inseparable part of Arizona and our local community. As the community supports the D-backs give back in spades. And Derrick, because I've witnessed it, you care about everyone that is a part of the D-backs organization, to the gentleman in the parking lot who I've met, to the owner of the D-backs. You treat everyone exactly the same with the respect that we should all have for one another. And we are quite excited about the addition to your incredible management team now with Mike Hazen and Tori Lavolo. Well done, Derrick. Yet anyone who knows Derrick has no doubt about his number one priority, his beautiful family. Amy, Logan, Hayden, and Kylie, your mom, Annetta, and Derrick, I know that you're thinking about your father, Larry, of blessed memory, and how proud he was of you. And I know that he passed on his signature humility, that is who you are. Thank God, Derrick, your bout with prostate cancer is behind you, and you're now a tireless advocate of cancer-fighting charities. And Derrick, for this gathering, I know it's really not about you being honored, but it's a gathering of people in this community who not only support the Arizona Jewish Historical Society, but just love the Hall family. And tonight, and this is a little unconventional, but I did speak with Derrick about it. I'm going to ask you to join in a prayer of healing for Amy Hall, who is battling cancer herself, and for us as a community. And really, Derrick, I know that if it were just for this moment to bring people together to say a prayer for you, beautiful wife, then it was worth coming here. So for those that maybe have never heard a prayer for healing within the Jewish tradition, invite you just to receive it. Those that know this prayer, invite you to join me. Mi sheberach Avotenu Mekor habracha v'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Play ball.
Thank you very much, Rabbi. Of course, we don't have to have any more of the program. Sounds terrible. You covered the bases. I hate that. The next on the agenda, I think you should know, I would greatly appreciate it if you all took out your cell phones and turned them on, because I'll be speaking for the next 2 or 3 minutes. I know it, I won't hear myself, and there's no reason why you should hear it. But we're here anyway to honor Derrick, and there is somebody at the door when you leave to take donations to the old temple. Do you know anything about the old temple? My parents did. They and 10 others founded Congregation Beth Israel, and this was their first temple, and this damn thing moves. That's better than I can do. They occupied that and had services there for 25 years, and they outgrew it, and so they moved to another location. And they sold it to the Chinese Baptists. So for the next 25 years, the Chinese Baptists had services in there in Chinese. And then they outgrew the temple, and so they sold it to the Mexican Baptists. And they had services in there for about 25 years in Spanish. So this is a beautiful facility. You all should go there, particularly if you're bilingual. Let's see, my next job I mean, who wrote this out? I can't even read it. Well, I was going to say a lot of nice things about Derrick, but the rabbi kind of took care of it. But if you have a program, I think they're free, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you have a there goes the speech. That's your acceptance, Derrick, right there. But if you'll notice, there are 2 letters here, one from Governor Ducey. And I remember seeing this last night or night before at the ADL, same letter. And then on the next page, thank you, Herman. That's what's nice about having a 55-year-old son. He looks after you. The next page is a letter from Jeff Flake, who is a United States Senator. Was there a letter from the President? Is there a letter from the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors who wants to rebuild your stadium? Any letter from John McCain? Does anybody want to write a letter to Derrick? Does anybody have the 46 cents it takes to write a letter now? Anyway, all of us are thrilled to be here and with the Jewish Historical Society to honor Derrick Hall. Nobody's a better guy and a better friend. That's what they said here. Anyway, we're not going to be here all night for some of you. Did you enjoy the valet service that we had? We also had a short walk from the handicap parking 2.5 miles to the front door. But it's nice to be here. This is a nice facility. Anybody who's been here before, raise their hand. Did you all pay admission? Anyway, isn't it a wonderful thing? Derrick, had you been here before?
My wife has, yes.
That's no excuse. Anyway, if you bid out there, you could bid and get 2 tickets from the museum, along with a free meal at one In-N-Out, I think. Did you just have any of you been near the Colonnade lately? They just put in an In-N-Out burger there. You wouldn't believe the crowd that goes there. The people who do believe are the ones that are already in the mall, Smash Burger, and the people across the street, Howdoody, or whatever that other hamburger thing is. They're killing them there. Anyway, everybody knows Derrick Hall. Everybody loves Derrick Hall, and particularly you. We all love you, Derrick, and we're here to honor you, which is kind of repetitious because he has been honored 30 different organizations. And really, it's nice that you had this night free. And it's nice that you're passing through to pick up this award. Do you have another place to go? Is this your first stop for the evening? But it's well-deserved. Well-deserved. He's a great community, just a great guy and a great community individual. So let's give a hand for that. And for those of you who don't have a subscription to the Business Journal, Andrea gave it to me. I think it was for my birthday. It's just so dynamic, but anything's better in the Arizona Republic. We don't even get enough paper anymore to line the garbage can. It's the smallest paper in the world and the most uninterested too. But this week they had the top 5 companies with the top or the largest corporate philanthropists. Did I say that correctly? It sounds like a dirty word. And Derrick is one of them. Let's give him another. I'll tell you the truth, and I'm serious. I could go on all night about the impact that the Hall family has had on each one of us and on our community. And it's just a joy to be with them and to see Amy here as well as Derrick to accept the honor. It's so special to let him know how much we love him. I think my 5 minutes are up. Oh, I'm now supposed to say a few words about the Arizona Jewish. I already did. So now we'll show a video on the Arizona Jewish Historical Society. Thank you. The 2 Cheryls and Laura are gonna, hands up. No playing around.
So do we have a story, a heartwarming story of a Jewish person coming to Arizona and making a name for themselves here? Absolutely. Let me tell you about Brenda Meckler. She was originally from Russia. She arrived in Phoenix in 1919. She was 19 years old. They didn't know where to go when they arrived. The station master said, if you go this way, 3 blocks, you'll hit Washington Street, and you'll find some Jewish-owned stores there, and so that's what they did. She was an actress and went on to become one of the founding members of the Phoenix Little Theater. She then became a writer. She was discovered by people in Hollywood, Columbia, RKO, Universal. She actually moved back to Phoenix. In 1954, she went on to write a special play for the Jewish community here to celebrate the 300th anniversary of Jewish settlement in New Amsterdam. And it's funny, if you talk to older people in the community, they were all in the play. Preserving these stories is a huge part of what we do here. I mean, this is why we're here. The more that we can learn about each other's past and the diversity that makes our city what it is, the more we can understand each other.
It's very important for Arizona, the city of Phoenix, and for that matter, any place, city or country, to preserve its past. Really, I do believe that if you don't know your history, if you don't know your culture, then you'll be lost for the future. You have to build upon the past. Well, I've been honored to support the Arizona Jewish Historical Society almost since its inception. Today, this museum reflects history of the contributions made by the Jewish community, as small as it was originally and as small as it is today.
This room was built in 1921. It was designed actually by the architects Lesher and Mahoney, and this was the original home of Congregation Beth Israel. When this room was built, there were about 120 Jews in the whole city of Phoenix, and so this congregation really represented everybody. It served not only as a religious sanctuary, it also was a social hall and an informal community center. There were youth dances held here, and it really was the nucleus of the early Jewish community in Phoenix.
I was bar mitzvahed on this stage, excuse me, and my father was president of the temple at the time, which was really exciting for me, more now than it was then. Temple Beth Israel occupied this site from about 1921 until about 1947, 48. They sold the site to the Chinese Baptist Church.
And boy, did we explode for 30 years. We had potlucks, we had children's programs, we had Chinese classes.
I had a Sunday school class in the hallway. We even used our church bus as a Sunday school class. We were growing so fast. We had Sunday school classes under your balcony.
This was truly a central gathering spot for our Chinese community.
In 1981, the Chinese Baptist congregation moved to a new facility on East Earl, and this building became home to a Spanish-speaking congregation, the Iglesia Bautista. They worshipped here until the year 2001, and the Arizona Jewish Historical Society stepped in and purchased this building to rescue it from possible destruction by developers.
Now, of course, the biggest challenge anytime you do historic preservation is to respect the original historic quality and try to restore it, but do it in a way that you can meet modern day functions. The most notable in this building are the arched windows, the arched entryway, the use of stucco, which is basically Southwestern. And in fact, in Arizona, it's the very first synagogue.
And we're very, very happy as Jews to share our religious background and our historical background here in Arizona, but also we really appreciate and want to celebrate the backgrounds of other cultures and other religions here in Arizona too, and what better place to do it in a common place where we all worship.
What was it like to live in Arizona 100 years ago? I mean, the most obvious question is, what would it be like if you had no air conditioners? This saddle belonged to a gentleman named Aubrey Growski. One thing people don't realize is that there were actually Jewish cowboys. This was the Constitutional Convention, the people that wrote Arizona's Constitution. This is Morris Goldwater. He was actually the vice president of Arizona's Constitutional Convention, and he was the uncle of Barry Goldwater. One interesting thing about Morris and the early Goldwaters was that they were actually Democrats. We want to make this place more interactive. And so in order to do that, it takes technology in many ways to kind of, it would be that maybe flat screen panels on the wall or computer touch panels that you can interact with. Potentially an even bigger thing that we would like to do is to actually add a second gallery area so that we can exhibit a lot more materials in a lot better controlled conditions. The focus really is starting to shift to a more multicultural dimension to really talk about the various diverse minority communities that have built Arizona, the Jewish community being one of those communities and a very important part of that experience.
It's very, very important to teach children about other cultures. That's how we start to know each other, to become universal. We need a neutral place where people can come and dialogue, talk, become friends. People we can dispel all the misconceptions about each other, where we can become again the melting pot what Americans are about.
The Hebrew word shalom, everybody knows that word. Well, aside from meaning hello and goodbye, it also means peace. And at the end of the day, that's really what we want to do, is to promote peace. When you bring people together who are different from each other and you create a dialogue, you create understanding. And through that understanding, it brings peace on a society. Look, we really like what we're doing now. Our main goal is just to amp it up a notch and to really try and reach out to a wider audience. We love our role in preserving Arizona's past, but what really gets us excited is the role that we'll play in its future.
I just wanted to let you know that our director is the one who spoke throughout the whole thing, Larry Bell, who's done such a fantastic job for us. He's in the back of the room collecting pet pledges. The other gentleman was Stu Seifer, who is an architect from Tempe, he's a past chairman of the board, and really masterminded the restoration, I guess you would say. The other gentleman was Larry Cutler, who's down here, saw Larry, and he made a sizable donation. At his parents, he did it in honor of his parents. And I think that identified everyone in there, because I know all of you had questions.
Hello, my name is Mark Sendro, and I'm a co-chair with Jerry. Of course, it's been a lot of fun being co-chair with Jerry. And I would first like to acknowledge a number of people who made this possible. Jerry and I were co-chairs, it's a title, but other people really did a lot of the work, if not most of it. And first of all, the staff, Larry Bell, and his staff, Jeffrey Sesko, and Stacy, and Stacy, and then there are a number of other people that have been involved in putting this together, and we really appreciate them. Also on the committee were several people, and they're all listed in your program, so I don't want to take time, but I would just like you to take a look at that so we can acknowledge the hard work that they've done. Now, at this time, according to our schedule, we're supposed to give the award to Derrick, and then after that, there's a video that the Diamondbacks put together, and I'm sure it's very serious. Probably won't be a lot of joking in it, so just get ready for that, you know. So, Derrick.
This is Mark Sendro, a past chairman of the board.
I had written some things about Derrick, but everything's been said, so I don't know any more other than we want to welcome Derrick Hall, and we're really pleased that you've agreed to accept our Heritage Award. This award has been given every year now since 2011. I think it is.
We're out of guys.
Yeah. And we've given it to such wonderful people like Jerry, and we'd like to give it to somebody who's made an impact in the community, especially in the Jewish community, and we felt that you're one of the right people to provide or to give that award to. So we're really proud to be able to do that. Back operation. I'm not sure I can pick this up. So this is quite heavy, but anyway. Maybe harder there. Yeah, okay.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's quite an honor, although hearing some of Jerry's words, I'm not sure it's an honor. That was getting me back. You know, when Jerry was, when he was honored a few years back, and Andrew remembers, you know, I was asked to say a few nice things and not so kind things about Jerry. So this was revenge for sure. And I mean, some of the things I had said about him was he's so old that when he was born, Burger King was still a prince. We won't revisit that. I should say to everybody here, and Jerry, you know, had some nice things to say about pledges and trying to get money away. You decided to honor me after one of our worst seasons ever. Just, you know, advice. I'm a little more popular after a winning season. I think we could have made more money and had bigger attendance had we won. But it was a tough season nonetheless, as everyone knows, and it's really been a tough year and a tough summer for Amy and I. And I'm so glad Amy's here, and it was a beautiful. We had, you know, this summer we had a family member who needed help. We got that family member help. Things are good now there. Amy with her diagnosis, the way the team played, we needed to make changes in the organization. So it was indeed tough, and when times are trying and challenging, and why we're here tonight, when you see an award like that, the Heritage Award, it's really about faith. That's why we're all here, and that's what this building is about and what it represents. And when you think about times being tough, that's not a time to run away from your faith. It's not a time to question your faith or to test your faith. It's a time to turn to your faith, and that's really what we have done. And we heard from the rabbi tonight who, you know, is such an important person in our lives. And this is someone who was on the bima and helped conduct, you know, both our boys' bar mitzvahs and then our daughter and her bat mitzvah. the faith that he helped instill in them. It's beautiful now and comforting to know that each and every morning, as they tell us, the night before they prayed for their mother. Just as they did for me when I went through mine. By the way, that's why I have this awful beard, is for no shave November, just like Gonzo over there, who's got his sitting in the back. It's for driving awareness for men's health and men's cancer. And we have a shave party, like we will do at the end of this month, and it's really disgusting. Dignity Health hires these barbers in training, and they come out and shave us, and there's whiskers flying everywhere, and it's just really atrocious. But nonetheless, knowing that they are praying every night for their mother is comforting. And waking up in the morning, and as dark as it is, early in the morning, every morning, and walking out into the family room and seeing one little light on, and seeing my wife with her prayer book praying every morning is comforting as well. That's what this is all about. It's about faith. I mean, it truly is. That's what this Heritage Award is all about. That's what our organization is about. It's what everybody is all about, that we're fortunate enough to come in contact with. When something as simple as our first base coach, Dave McKay, who's a wonderful man, and he's very spiritual as well, and he and his wife pray, and he said to me yesterday, we pray every day for you and for your wife, and he said, I wish we could take Amy's cancer and give it to me, which is, again, it's about faith. And when people come to us and say, we're praying for you, family members, friends, complete strangers, it's about faith. So that's really what we're all here for. It's what we have in common, and we know we're going to be okay because of that faith. And it's actually just a beautiful thing. And I read once that faith is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, but it's got the power to connect you to whatever you need. And that really struck a chord, because that's what it's become for us. So I thank you all very much. I can't thank you enough. The Arizona Jewish Historical Society, what a beautiful place. If you haven't been there, I think most everybody here has been there. Please do go by, help this place, because it needs to be there to treasure in this community for sure. I want to thank everyone that was part of the committee, Mark, and of course, when you think about friends like Larry Cutler and my friend Jerry Lukowitz and the hard work, and even Brooke and Nikki and everybody, thank you so much. So all I wish tonight is for all of you to travel home safely. And when you get to your home, I hope that at your home, your Wi-Fi has a stronger connection as ours does. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Diamondbacks, for us and for Derrick, have prepared a short video about Derrick. Let's watch that now.
With the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I've been part of Derrick's team for more than 8 years now, and I came to the Arizona Diamondbacks because of Derrick. From the very first time I met him, his heart, his leadership, his kindness, his true sense of loyalty, this community is unsurpassed. He genuinely is one of a kind. And I'll never forget the first time I heard him talk about Rabbi Linder, his faith family, and what it means to he and Amy and their family. And he truly is one of a kind. I know this award means the world to him. Congratulations, Derrick. You are everything to all of us here at the D-backs, and I know you mean the world to this community.
Hi, Derrick. We know how active and committed you are to causes that have great meaning, and that's why this is a very important night. The Heritage Award being presented by the Jewish Historical Society is one that has very special meaning to you. Congratulations.
Shalom. I'm Governor Doug Ducey. After spending time with you in the Holy Land, Derrick, I was able to see your deep appreciation for the history of the Jewish people. Congratulations on your well-deserved 2016 Heritage Award. Enjoy the evening.
Shalom, Haverim. I'm Luis Gonzalez of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Congratulations, Derrick, calling your 2016 Heritage Award. Mazel tov.
Hi, this is Josh Rowlich, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Derrick since he was about 25 years old. I was just 18 years old back at the LA Dodgers. I'm also the guy that taught Luis Gonzalez how to say Shalom Chaverim and Mazel Tov. So apologize for that, but all kidding aside, really excited that Derrick is getting an award like this tonight. He's extremely deserving. He's frankly the reason why I'm here in Arizona. I followed him in his path out here to Arizona. He introduced me to my synagogue here, and I know how much his Jewish faith has meant to him for many years. So congratulations, Derrick, well deserved, and thanks for all that you've done for the Diamondbacks, for the Jewish community, and for me and my family as well.
That picture is Derrick when he got a haircut. You're gonna pass the plate now to get you another haircut. You look good. You're wonderful, and it's thrilled to honor you, it really is, and Amy, your whole family, and your team. Well, we don't really honor them. We honor you. Anyway, now, we would like to invite artists from the Phoenix Theater to take us into a day in the clubhouse of Derrick Hall and find out what players and coaches may be saying about tonight's Heritage Award honoree. Let's welcome the Phoenix Theater group. Oh, here they are.
I can't stand it. I just can't stand it anymore.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
This is silence. It's killing me. Is it killing you?
Well, that's what's different. I knew something seemed strange.
Yeah, I knew I didn't hear any singing.
Yeah, that's it. I don't hear any 70s or 80s tunes. What's up with that? Is the sound system off?
Yeah, you can say that. The sound system is out of town. Derrick Hall is out of town. He's not here. And he's the one that knows every tune from the 70s and 80s.
That's what we're always listening to. Derrick's dulcet tones.
Oh boy, I gotta get him to record some of his best hits. So when he's not here, we can listen to him. He's out of town. I don't know how to function without him.
Where is he?
Ooh, I heard he's in California with his good friend Jimmy Kimmel. He's not after a talk show again, is he?
You never know.
Oh, well, I, for one, can't even think of Derrick Hall not being our CEO.
Yeah, there's just something about him.
He is so funny. And the fans, they love him. And that he works so hard on everything. Like these letters he sent me. I want you to know, he typed these letters one finger at a time. He worked his little fingers to the bone, I tell you. Yeah, our Derrick Hall, he really got something. He's got lots of heart.
A great comic, that's what we got.
A great golfer, that's what we got. A great leader, that's what we got. What ain't he got? Attitude. Yeah, he ain't got attitude. When the odds are saying he'll never win, he never gets mad or lose. He's got heart. He don't sit around and mold. Not a solitary song does he heed, mister, 'cause he's got hope.
He's so happy that he's humming.
That's the Derrick thing to do. 'Cause he knows the ship will come in, and you'll never see him blue. He's got heart, miles and miles and miles of heart. Derrick Hall is a genius, of course, and he's the big force in our heart. So what the heck's the use of crying? Why should we curse? We got Derrick, optimism is his curse. And to add to it,
Hey boys, what's cooking?
Hey, a good friend from the newspaper. How you doing, Annie?
Oh, just fine. Just fine. Sorry I caught you all dressed. Oh, sorry I barged in on you like this. But my boss, he sent me down here for a story. I'm looking for an angle on your CEO, Derrick Hall.
What kind of a story?
A story. A real inside look at the man. Ow! That hurt!
What happened?
I got a splinter and it's bleeding.
Oh, yeah. No.
Splinter, I didn't lose a limb.
Oh, yeah. Never too safe.
It's been ingrained in us to be extra careful around germs and like bacteria.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Derrick just wants us to be really healthy.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to tell.
Which means you've got plenty, so spill it. What else about Derrick Hall?
Don't get too close. You might have germs, Mr. Hall. You don't like germs.
Fess up. Is he a germaphobe?
Do you have any idea how many people sit on those bleachers or open our doors?
Oh, spit, cough, sneeze.
And dribble on the floor. I saw this man spit
Okay, so he's a germaphobe. I think you've made that very clear. What's that about?
Oh, well, you see, Derrick, he decided that for the good health of everybody, we would offer vegan hot dogs at the ballpark.
A what?
A vegan hot dog.
So let me get this straight. A vegan hot dog? I thought vegans don't eat meat.
They don't.
So why would they want to eat something that tastes like it?
That's a puzzling question. I think scholars have been trying to deduce that for many years. I think they're close to figuring it out now.
I think we've struck on something. You say Derrick Hall is a vegan.
And how? People drive to the ends of the earth to find a vegan meal. It's like a quest.
I see.
Through snow, sleet, rain, or drought, he will seek them out at any cost to man, woman, or child.
He must not
eat meat.
That's right.
No, never.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever Derrick wants, Derrick gets. So hear me out. Derrick Hall wants vegan. He's made his mind to have no real meat, no eggs, no cheese, no dairy, please, it's true.
He always gets what he aims for. He travels far and wide to make a food score.
Whatever Derrick wants, Derrick gets. So kill tonight and potatoes with skins. It's irresistible, you fools. Just nuts and berries, plants, tofu. It's grim, but he's slim.
And trim.
It don't make sense how they spice it. They flavor greens like meat just to eat it. Derrick eats vegan dogs.
It's true, but he's the only one that eats them.
I like them.
It's irresistible, you fools.
Vegan. Vegan. Vegan.
Well, boys, I think I got my story. See you later.
I don't think you did. There's a lot more to the story if you ask me. See, you don't know half the story. Derrick Hall is an amazing man. He's values, great respect, great humor, and an unusual tightness.
Oh, that is great stuff. I'll be right back, but I'm going to deadline on this article.
Right. All right, boys, let's practice our photographic memory exercises.
Yeah, great. Let's practice memorizing our plays.
The Derrick way.
Yeah.
How does that work again? I got this. Watch. First, I show you the play. Then you say Derrick 3 times. Then you blink twice. Then you take a picture of it with your mind's telepathic camera. And bing, bang, boom, you're doing the Derrick. Huh?
No, for heaven's sake, here. We do this now. Watch. Derrick, Derrick, Derrick.
Hey, I saw what you did. You actually took a picture. Well, we can't all be Derrick Hall with his photographic memory. God knows we've tried. The best we can do is just text each other and take pictures on our phone.
I wonder I can never remember anything the way Derrick can. I remember one time we were in Chase Field and the game was letting up, and Derrick stood by the exit gates and said goodbye to everyone, by name.
Joe, that's nothing. He can recite every joke in the entire world just by reading or hearing it once.
He can smell a phone book, and he has every name and address photographed in his head, like that.
Wow. He has memorized every person on Facebook.
Yeah, he has.
No, what did I miss?
Oh, so sorry, Missy. We gotta get out of the field. We got a game to play.
Oh, come on, don't go. I'm so fascinated by this man.
There's a lot of others, Annie, but we got a game to play.
Oh.
All right, boys.
I hear he is so witty. I hear he has one of the funniest wits. He's an amazing comedic impressionist. Why, the mere thought of him brings a smile upon my face.
Okay, all right. You know what? We will swap stories and talk about Derrick all night. He's one of the most amazing men that we've ever known. All right, let's hit it, boys.
We got to think about his name.
His fame, his fame.
We got to think about his name.
His name, his fame.
Music rods may be great, though they're great, they'll have to wait while we think about his name.
He does impressions that are fun and silly. He's got humor, smart and witty.
Yeah? Does impressions like Lasorda, Frank Sinatra, kinda sorta.
Yeah?
Sammy Davis and Narusa are best.
His photographic memory beats the rest.
I just think about his name.
His fame, his fame.
I just think about his name.
His fame, his fame.
Though I get down in the dumps, I think of him and take no lumps. Yes, I think about his
His
name.
name, his fame.
Such an entertaining sports broadcaster, sports anchor, so good and pure. Popular with D-backs fans, here gives them bags of beans to eat there. Even likes an occasional eclair. He makes a great connection, that's his flair. I just think about his name.
His name, his fame.
Oh yes, I think about his name.
His name, his fame.
He works independently and helps all causes that he sees because he loves the brave and free.
Our man Hall, he'll never quit. Remember,
Derrick!
no one's ever seen him hit. Remember,
Derrick!
he's got great respect for his rabbi and for his religion. And though he's CEO, no one's ever seen him play the sport. But he's still that kind of guy, a man's man. To our big friends, one and all, we will see you in the fall. And for now, we must go on to his name. And think about his name, think about his name, think about his, think about his, think about his, think about his, think about his name. Woo!
Thank you very much. That was terrific. Of course, I was sitting behind it, couldn't hear a thing. A lot of movement there. It's really great. I think it was about you, Derrick, in case you didn't know. That was the idea. This has been a wonderful evening because you're here. We appreciate it. The MIM is a wonderful venue, and there's a reception immediately after. We hope that you could stay for that. And if not, have a wonderful ride home and a pleasant day tomorrow and the rest of your life. Thank you for coming.